So, what brought you in today? What's going on?
Well, I've just been really stressed at home with my family. Like, my mum and dad are always fighting and everyone's drinking. Mum's drinking so much, and it stresses me out.
What? How is it affecting you?
I just get really anxious and stressed from everything. I just don't know how to deal with it.
Right. And what do you think brought this on?
Well, I know it might sound stupid, but my grandparents were part of the stolen generation.
What do you mean, stolen generation? Were they stolen?
Yeah.
Where?
They were taking away from their family, and then I think that's affected my parents, and that's affected us, and it stresses out the whole family.
Look, honestly, I just don't know how this is affecting you. This happened to your family, not you. I want you to go outside, come back in, and we're going to start over.
As you can see, the body language of Nurse Georgia was not appropriate. She did not engage with Emily. As you can also see, this is not a culturally appropriate environment. Nurse Georgia was not culturally sensitive to Emily's needs. She did not understand the stolen generation and the effects of transgenerational trauma. Overall, I think Nurse Georgia was not culturally appropriate whatsoever.
Hi Emily, my name's Ashley. I'm the nurse here today, so we've come in to have a bit of a chat about what's brought you in here today.
Yeah. I think that it's just, I'm very stressed at home. With my family, and my parents, my mum and dad are always fighting, and there's drinking. My mum drinks a lot, and it's making me really anxious all the time.
Understandably, that would be a very stressful environment. Do you know what possibly may be causing this, or?
Well, I know it might sound really stupid, but I think it might be because my grandparents were in the stolen generation, and that affected them, and then it affected my parents, and them,
Yeah. Well, that's actually quite common, so it's not stupid at all, or embarrassing. It's a common issue, and it needs some help and some good support. So do you have anyone that you feel like you've got support from other than your mum and dad?
I think so. I have my other family, my extended family, but it's embarrassing. I haven't talked to them about it or anything.
It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's quite common, and so we should bring maybe someone you feel very comfortable with, an extended family member or an elder. They're very aware of the issues, the elders. So maybe we'll get one of them, or you choose who you feel comfortable with, and we'll get the Aboriginal liaison officer in, and we'll be able to provide some really culturally appropriate care for you. They really understand the transgenerational trauma.
Okay. Yeah, that would be really good.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
Well, let's organise a time next week then, and we'll meet back here, and you bring in who you would feel comfortable with, and I'll organise the Aboriginal liaison officer to be here as well.
Okay, thank you very much. That would be really good. Yeah.
That's alright. Okay, and we'll check in with you throughout the week as well.
Okay, thanks, Ashley.
That's alright.
As you can see, Nurse Ashley's body language is much more appropriate, and she engaged well with Emily. As you can also see, the environment is much more culturally appropriate. Nurse Ashley was educated about the stolen generation and the effects of transgenerational trauma. She was culturally sensitive to Emily's needs. As you can also see, the suggestion of the ALO and the elders being involved with Emily's care was helpful and culturally appropriate. Today, Nurse Ashley has provided very good and culturally appropriate care.